Hi friends, welcome to a new episode. Here we'll be discussing how we can use VWAP and EMA and make some money doing intraday trading. So what I've got VWAP, I've got a couple of EMAs planted here. What I'll do is I'll I have got the 9, the 20 and the 200. 200 I've made it invisible. So I've also got session breaks here. Basically, this vertical line is the start of a new session. So if you look here, this is 22nd Feb, this is 23rd Feb. I've got Axis Bank here, and we are looking at Axis Bank. So we start off the day at 9:15 here, and we are going down. We are going down the VWAP here, and the candle closes below the VWAP. Now, can we take a short trade here? No, we can't. Simply because the 9 EMA is above the VWAP. So we will not be taking a trade here. Now we have a candle, then we have a doji, and then we have another bullish candle. Now this bullish candle is cutting the VWAP and closing above not only the VWAP but also the 9 EMA, which is the green line here. So what we can do is we can put a limit order and take an entry, uh, a 10 or 20 paisa or 5 paisa, whatever suits you, above the high of this candle, which is 109765, and our stop loss will be the low of this candle and give some buffer of say 50 paisa or whatever basically suits you. We have an ATR of 3.8 here, but you can give a buffer of 50 paisa, 50 paisa or so. I think 50 paisa should be fine. So basically the low of the candle and some buffer, or you give a buffer, add a buffer to the low, and you're in the trade, and you can continue to be in the trade till a candle closes below the 9 EMA. Don't wait for a candle to close below the VWAP, because then you're allowing too much of your profits to turn into losses. So for example, let's say you got an entry here at 1098. I'm adding 35 paisa to it. So you got an entry at 1098, you could have ridden it here up to 1105. You could have sold here, sold here, sold here, sold here. If you waited till this candle to close below this 9, you would have basically lost all your profits, because we went here at 1098 and this candle has closed at 1098.80. So you would have still made some money. You would have made just 80 paisa. So you can basically, just keep running, trailing your winners, or you can wait for the first red candle to close. As long as it's green, you continue riding it. I'm not saying you do it here, but uh, you need to basically keep. You have a nice stop loss here. Okay, so you can take a few whipsaws like a candle here, a candle here, a candle here, and but if you feel that there are two candles in a row or three red candles in a row, or you may not even want to wait for this candle to close. As soon as you see a running candle which is going below this here and the candle is still in process, you can get out. Depends on how much profit you're running at. So, but you have a lot of leeway. For example, if you kept the stop loss here and didn't trail, you would have still been in the trade right up to here, right up to here, because your stop loss is somewhere at 1093. So let me put a stop loss as 1093. So this is your SL at 1093, and you could have still been in the trade all this while here. You could have been in the trade all this while here without your stop loss getting touched. Stop loss is only getting touched here at 1525, but you would have been out of the trade much before that, because if you didn't square off the trade, it would have been auto cut off by your broker. So you have a nice big SL here, and you could have stayed in the trade and taken your profits wherever you decided that you're good enough with that much profit. You're afraid of losing it. Without moving a stop loss, you could have ridden it for a long time. If you had moved your stop loss, then your trailing SL would have triggered at one of these places. Let's go to Bajaj Auto. Now, if you look at Bajaj Auto, again we are looking basically at the session on the 23rd of the Feb. 23rd of Feb, that's last Friday. Today is the 25th when I'm recording this video for you. So if you see here, you've got a bullish candle, you've got a doji, you have got this candle that is closing below the VWAP, and it's also closing below the 20 below the 9 EMA. So both our conditions are met for a short. Candle is closing below the VWAP, below the EMA, and you can take a short below 8485, 8485.5, and your stop loss will be above the high of this candle, say 8513.85. So 8513.85. So let me put something 8513.85. So let's make it 814. You can of course add a buffer. I'm just putting in 15 paisa just for training purposes. So here is your stop loss, and you could have stayed in the trade here, because nothing has even coming close. But if you decide that this green candle is now come, it is now coming closer, and it's cutting, and it is closed below the 9 EMA. You don't want to wait. You can cut your trade here, but you would have a nice run from here all the way up to here. So 85 for example here your low is 8485. So at 8485, 8485, 50-60 rupees you would have made here if you sold at this close here, and 84, 84, 85, 84, 84, 85. Even if you sold here, you would have made some 40 plus bucks, even at the close of this candle. So this is a short that's worked out for you. Now let's come here. You again have a green candle closing above VWAP. So should we take a long here? Tell me guys. Should we take a long here? We should not. The correct answer is we should not, because EMA 9 is still below the VWAP. Now let's go to Bharti Airtel. Remember, we are in the 5-minute time frame. We are doing intraday here. We have to close our trades before 3:20, or your broker will close it for you with a penalty and nice 18% GST on it. So remember, we're using TradingView. This is a TradingView chart that comes with Kite Zeroda, and let's look at the 915 candle. It's a doji, up and down, and we've opened with a gap down, and we have a red candle closing below VWAP. Do we go for a short? Guys, tell me, do we go for a short here? Nice big bearish candle, right? And almost closing close to the lows. Do we go for it? The answer is we don't. This candle needs to close not only below the VWAP but EMA 9 also, which should be below the VWAP for a short. So this is a trading range. It's going up and down, up and down, up and down. Now here, when you have a candle which is closing below the VWAP and below EMA 9 too, you can go for a short trade here below the low here, and you would have made with a small scalp. For example, here it's 1120. You go in at 1120, 10 paisa buffer. 1120. If you sold here, you would have got a couple of rupees here. This closed at 1690 something. You got 210, 2 rupees and some change. But if you look here, this is a clear trading range here, right? Now, we break out of the trading range and we have we have a green candle that closes here. So do we take a trade, guys? Do we take a trade here at the high? Nice big bullish candle which is closing. Do we take a trade here? And the close is also very close to the high. So nice bullish candle, hardly any wick. No, we don't. EMA 9 at the time of this candle's closing is still below VWAP, right? Volume weighted average price. So you must understand that both of these conditions need to be satisfied, otherwise you will keep losing money. You may lose money even with these two conditions because there is no holy grail. There's no trading strategy which gives you 100% accuracy. Nothing is 100% in price action, but by and large, like I showed you, you should be in a position to make money. But please do your own back testing. Ultimately, it's your money. Please do thorough back testing. Look at n number of charts to be sure that you want to follow this strategy. But I have shown you here in 3 charts so far, and that when both these conditions, so now this is not cut VWAP. Can you take a trade here? Now looking at the chart, hindsight, I can say, of course not, we should not take a trade here because prices are going to go down. But I don't know this. Right now, I am here. I don't know what's happening on the right side of the chart. And hindsight is 2020. It's so easy for me to basically tell you anything that I want by cherry picking charts. But I don't want to do that. So we're following a rule. This candle has not broken through VWAP. It's above the VWAP here. This was the one that broke through. We haven't got any trade here. We haven't got any trade here. So let's leave it. We just watch the market. Oh, it's in a trading range, slightly going up, higher high, higher low. But again, there's a lot of congestion, very small candles, not much meat here to eat. Or 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 vegetarian stuff, whatever makes you happy. You should get something to eat, right? If you're going to sit at a table for lunch or dinner, you need to have something to eat. Let's look here again. We're looking at 23rd Feb. You have this, if you see here, this bearish candle has broken through VWAP, cutting the VWAP, and has closed below the EMA 9 as well. Now, if we follow our rules, we should take a trade at the low of this candle, below the low of this candle. So, what is the low here? 444.5 Coal India. Let me put line here. So we will take it at 444.45. 5 paisa down below the low. Yeah, 5 paisa down. Let's make the line a little thicker. Okay. So we want to take a low below, but we didn't get an entry. But it was satisfying our condition. Immediately what we had was, let me bring this down. Immediately we had another candle, a bullish candle. See again a trading range. So we had a bullish candle here, then we have a trading range. Again, our short has not been hit. Our limit order for a short is not been hit. Again, price is in a range. You have an inside candle. Again, you have an inside bar. Inside bar. Again, you have one candle here that's still against trading range, and it's kind of like it's basically a small short trading range. Price manages to break out. Nothing much going on here. Then price cuts down here. This price is now closing. This price is now, you see, this red candle has closed below not only the VWAP but the EMA 9 as well. Now, Just give me a second. Yes, these things happen with Zerodha. That once in a while, this you will have to click here. So now, where was I? We are here in Coal India. You see this candle? This candle here. Now, I'm going to take this line away, but because this didn't trigger, and this is spoiling the chart. That entry is gone. Forget this. We have this bearish candle, which is closing below the VWAP, cutting the VWAP from top and closing not only below the VWAP but also below EMA 9. And the low is 446. So we'll take it as 445.90. Let me put 445.90 or 95. Let me reduce the thickness here. So where is that candle? This candle is 446. So we sell 5 paisa below it, and we would have, and our stop loss would be on the other side of VWAP. Remember, whether you're going long or short, your 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 stop loss has to be on the other side of VWAP, the high or low of the candle respectively, and some buffer. And don't be very stingy with the buffer. Allow some breathing space. Again, up to you. So we have an ATR of 1.5, but don't look at the ATR. We already have enough movement in the candle per se. And this candle is opened on the other side of the VWAP. So look at the high 447.60. So we can keep 447 as our SL. 447. This is our SL. Right? Stop loss at 447. So, where is the text? I forgot to switch it on. Show text. Yeah. So, if you see here, see again, uh, glitch. I have to go to another chart, then come back here. Yeah. So, you see here, stop loss is at 447 and our entry is here. Our entry is at 445.95 and our stop loss never gets hit. You could have had a nice time here and you could have remained in the trade till this point here when the first candle closed above the EMA 9, or you decided that you still have profits and you could have continued and you would still be in the trade. See, the price has almost come up to your cost. So why would you want to take such a big risk? That's why I said, up to you whether you want to trail or just keep your stop loss as it is, and then decide that you've got reasonably good enough meat here. You made some good money. You entered at 445.95, and let's look here. You would have got 6 here. You would have got more money here. This is 442. You would have got around 4 rupees here. So that's pretty good enough. Like your risk to reward is also like almost 2 times, 3 times. You're getting 1:3. 1:2 is also good enough in intraday. Hell, even 1:1 is good if your accuracy is more than 50. So here, so you saw that this is a reasonably good strategy with good odds. But please do your own back testing, and you've kept your stop, and you would have made some money here. So I hope you liked it, friends. I wish you all the best. Make lots of money. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like it, forward it to people who are interested in learning intraday trading, and I hope uh, you make lots of money from this strategy. But please do your own back testing before you try it. All the best. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video, friends.